All right, good morning, everybody. It's a Monday, and let's get started here. So, out of the gate, right now, well, first of all, it looks like we are going to get a slightly higher opening on the Dow. So, it looks like it's going to be a pretty quiet opening. I don't see much there. So, what we're going to be looking at is we'll be looking at a few things. We'll continue to watch. We're going to continue to watch the mini Russell, which is index. We'll watch the mini Russell. I like to continue to watch the mini NASDAQ, which is going to be NQ. Let's get some of this up here on the chart. So we'll keep an eye on the mini NASDAQ. Don't see anything there. It's going up. Mini Russell RTY, that's going up. Gold, we had some shorts coming in on gold last night or early this morning, but it's hit targets. I see nothing on gold. I also like to watch natural gas. NG, which is natural gas. So I don't see anything there. Okay, so nothing there. Let's take a look at some of our stocks this morning. All right, CVNA. CVNA. I do have some targets up here on CVNA. Earlier this morning, we've hit 2 targets. Still think we're going to come up to around the 1025. That's an additional target up there. So we might get into, we'll be watching CVNA. I want to watch also UNCY. UNCY. I like the UNCY. I do have some targets up here on UNCY. I like to see a little bit more strength come into UNCY before we buy it. So we'll wait on that. GNS. GNS has been on our radar for several days. I do like GNS. GNS. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy some GNS right here. So we're looking at, right now we're looking at 389 on GNS, 389. And I want to go ahead and buy some GNS. All right, buying GNS at, they gave me 390, they gave me 392. Long GNS at 392. ENTX has been active this morning. Let's look at ENTX. Yeah, I mean, ENTX definitely a mover this morning. I just don't have an entry on ENTX yet, so gonna have to wait on that. WEBL is popping up on our scanner. This scanner you're seeing over here on the left-hand side is, I put in my parameters. I like to look for stocks between $1 to $10. And it has to have a good amount of volume. I think I have it set at 1 million. WEBL. WEBL. WEBL doesn't seem to have much volume on it, but it is making new highs. Let's look at WEBL. Yeah, I don't really see anything I like on WEBL. Let's let that go. CNVA. I like CNVA. I do have some upper targets here. I'm going to buy some CNVA. All right, I'm buying some CNVA right here. And in a 1013, CNVA 1013. Where'd my pad go? All right, CMVA 1013. GNS 392. All right, I'd like to get it back up to 1002. 1002. Then you jump all the way up to 1022, then to 1025. So what we'll do here is I got 3 targets up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch as we come back up to this first target. If we show continued strength, I'll go ahead and try to get for target number 2. And if I continue to see strength, I'm going for target number 3. And let's look at our targets on GNS. Now GNS comes down to this 381. I want to get out. I'm going to get out on GNS if it hits 381. I bought it at 392. So a little bit more than 10-cent risk, not taking a lot of risk on that. UNCY's definitely been a mover. Kind of like UNCY. So I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to jump into some I do have some entries here on UNCY. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna buy some UNCY. All right, buying UNCY at 135. All right, got 3 on GNS, CNDA, UNCY. Nothing on the indices. Still, it's going to be a while, I think, before we get anything triggered on the indices and gold. We'll have to wait till after the opening. I need to get a pullback. I will take shorts. I don't want to take any shorts in the stocks, but I will take shorts on the indices. I will take a short, of course, on the gold. BFRG. So you have this gap opening here on BFRG on Friday. A little doji here, so that would put you at a buy up here at let me take out 404, 405 today. Could be a nice little buy up here. I'm just going to put a little alert in there. I do want to keep an eye on that. 404, if we hit 404. I want to keep an eye on that. 404 could be a nice little buy. All right, keep an eye on that 404. Not a lot of volume in it yet, but that may pick up here once the market we get some more traders in here. All right, so now we're just gonna sit tight here. We'll take another look at these indices. Let's see what's going on here. So yeah, I'm not going to see anything. I'm not going to see anything on the indices here until after the opening. Same with gold. Natural gas, crude oil, both coming down. Don't see anything on that. All right, pretty quiet. Sit back and wait. Have 3 stocks on. All right, overall pretty quiet morning so far. Good morning, Glenn. How are you, sir? All right, RTY, gold. All right. All right, still have CVNA on. UNCY is starting to move. Gonna watch UNCY. UNCY is going through that first target, 135. Next target, 142. So what you're seeing in play here, we got a couple things. So the way that I trade, that I've been using for the last, I've traded for 40 years, but for the last 30 years, I've been using a combination of several, what I call behavioral patterns, with what I call the Einstein formula. So the patterns set up the buys or the shorts. In this case, we're just looking at buys. And then the Einstein formula will come in and provide me with the highest probability targets. Okay, so these green lines that you're seeing here, each one has a probability of hitting above 70%. So the way I like to trade is like to get, if Einstein gives me 2 or 3 different levels, what I'll do is if it hits first level and it doesn't seem like it wants to go higher, I'll go ahead and get out. Otherwise, I don't like to play level 2 or level 3. Still holding on, looking for that at least at 142. put in a 142 alert. All right, also have GNS. GNS is on the move. Let's look at GNS. Okay, GNS have a 407 and a 411. So this is just a lot. The nice thing about what I do here is these are, it's just, I only have a couple parameters. It's a lot easier way of trading. It's wait for the patterns to get set up. Sometimes I have multiple patterns that layer on top of each other. And that's how I end up getting multiple levels for Einstein. And then I just, once I get triggered for my entry, then I wait until either I get out, and Einstein will give me some indication of where to get out, and then it gives me targets, so I'll watch for my target. So it looks like UNCY is just about ready to hit our 142 target. I'm going to go ahead and get out of that. 142. All right, there's 144. So what I'm going to do here is I've got, I'm ready to get out at any time here. It's 145. We'll see if it runs. If it doesn't run, I'm just going to go ahead and get out. All right, I like it. I'm going to go ahead and get out of UNCY. Out of 144. All right, so we still have CVNA. CVNA is starting to heat up a little bit. Still in GNS. GNS, we're in at 392. Let's look at GNS. Okay, we're at 395. Once again, 407. 407 is going to be a target. 407. Probably see it a little bit better down here. 407. LAZR. I'm gonna keep LAZR on the radar. Don't want to get into it yet. I am definitely gonna keep it on the radar though. We're gonna watch LAZR. SECO is another one that's starting to pop up here. Like the volume, almost 4 mil. But I don't see any setups. Don't really like the looks of that, so I'm going to step away from that. Let's look at BZFD, BZFD. Not enough volume. Well, actually, I take that back. It's almost 1.5, so let's look at. But I don't see any really good setups here, so we'll step away from that. All right, there's our opening.
JDST. WEBL.
Profit target hit. All right, UNCY. We're already out of UNCY, but it hit its 142.
IBIO. WEBL. JDST. 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 WEBL.
I'll look at GNS.
WEBL. WEBL.
Not liking GNS. I'm going to go ahead and get out of my GNS. GNS we got in at 92. It's 84. I'm going to get out of this. Out of GNS. Still have CVNA on.
IBIO.
I'll probably come back to GNS. CVNA. Going to hold.
IBIO.
GNS. Jumping back in the GNS. All right, still have a target up here at 407. $407, 411, and then 420. CNVA, still have CNVA. All right, GNS has already hit 2 of my targets. Go look at GNS. So we're watched to get out of GNS. I like it. I'm going to go ahead and take profit, starting on GNS. All right, out of GNS. CDNA. Not excited about CVNA.
3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5. 3 5
Wait and see if we get a little bounce here on CVNA. All right, only have CVNA on right now. Let's take a look at some of these indices. Possible short coming up on RTY. So let's take a look at RTY. Okay, I like a short here on the RTY at 1924. 1924. All right, RTY 1924. We're going to keep an eye on that. Okay, Dow's up 87 right now. We do have all the indices. All the indices are still up, but we would get triggered short on the mini Russell, which is RTY at 1924. Just not liking CVNA. CVNA. I'm just going to go ahead and get out of the CVNA. Still green for the day. A little bit green. 27 bucks. Not much. CVNA is going to start turning around. I'll be back in on CVNA. All right, so we just got triggered on RTY to go short on RTY. All right, so let's get a target on RTY. Target on RTY, first target, which would be the exit, 1919. That is going to be the profit target, 1919 on the short. If we come up to 1934, that's going to be a reversal. So what we're looking at here, we got a couple things, but this is what we call regular pairing pattern short. If I reverse at 1934, that would put me into an HF1 buy, which is a strong buy. But right now we are short. Looking for a target of 1919. Nothing on gold, nothing on natural gas. GNS, man, things still going on. It's gonna, that GNS is probably gonna take off. But now that it's hit all three targets, I don't want to get into it. May get some other patterns setting up a little bit later. out of CVNA. I'll be watching CVNA, see if we can get some setups later on. So CVNA is still going to be on our radar. UNCY, it was a good trade this morning. I am out of UNCY. Got out at second target. Looks like it may even go up to the third target, which is up here at 151. See, LUMN. And still like the target on LUMN. No go on LUMN. Good morning, Jerry. How are you, sir? How's your trading going? Yeah, I don't like LUMN. I'm gonna stay away from LUMN. So BBAI, I'm going to keep BBAI on my radar. Okay, so BBAI. If I can get BBAI up to 342, I will be watching to possibly enter 342. I'm going to keep an eye on that. 342. Watch for an entry on 342. Got to get BBAI up there, though. BBAI. Only thing in play right now is RTY. RTY is going to be getting close to our 1919. We're still short on RTY, which is your mini Russell. That is an indice. Nothing on gold yet. Watching natural gas.
UNCY.
AZUL. Yeah, I like AZUL. But no opportunities. I don't see any opportunities on AZUL. Like that, man. What a nice opening on AZUL. All right, so we'll keep that on the radar. ENTX.
UNCY.
Already out of UNCY. Glad I did. It just halted on the downside, but we got out of that a long time ago. Did pretty well on UNCY. EBBAI. Not seeing anything I really like on BBAI. I like to see it once again come back up before I'd consider being a buyer. CMLS. No, not liking CMLS. I mean, nice little move up, but I just don't like, not enough volume. And I would like to, I'd like to see a few more buy patterns come in here, but the volume is what I don't like. All right. BFRG. BFRG needs to come all the way up to 404 before that would trigger a buy. That's going to be a nice little buy setup on BFRG. Nothing there yet. I do see, though, well, I could see another level up here. I'm just going to draw this. I'm not going to take a trade. I do see it coming up to 374. So yeah, I can see it coming up to 374. I do see a target up there. I have some additional targets, but I'm just going to wait on that. BFRG, like to see a little bit more volume coming in on that. STEM's looking good. I like it. I don't see any entries. Yeah, I don't have any entries on STEM, but I do like it. We'll keep it on the radar. Dow's up 73, 72, 73, still holding up a little bit here. I like that. VRCA. Yeah, could see a little bounce, but then I also have some I do have a little bit bigger targets on the downside too. I do see some short-term targets. Gonna stay out of the RCA. AMAM, okay, that was on my radar last week. I like AMAM. I had a really good week with AMAM.
AMAM.
Okay, I gotta buy an AMAM. I'm gonna buy some AMAM.
AMAM.
All right, I have AMAM. Just got filled at 707. Let's get some targets here. Target 719. Ah, 720. A lot of times these patterns will set up the same targets, are real close to each other, and I like to see that. 725, all pointing up to the 20s. And getting one more up here, Wells. Wow, 734. All right, I like that. All right, AMAM, looking good. RTY, still short RTY. Hadn't quite hit our 919.
The NOX.
1919. TSP's popping up on the radar. I see a short-term bounce on TSP, but I don't. Not looking to jump in the TSP. All right. Still working AMAM.
AMAM.
AMAM making new highs. So we could pull back a little bit here on AMAM. I still like it. I'm not getting out. I do have some longer term targets, bigger targets. So we'll see if we can play this out a little bit. I won't take a lot of risk on this trade, but I am trying to get up here in the 20s. Got a bunch of targets here in the 20s. All right, so we've got about 2 minutes to go. So once again, to get a better idea on how I trade, there is a link below this video where you can go and watch a short video, talk a little bit more about the whole idea behind Einstein and the behavioral patterns that I use. This is not publicly available information unless it comes from me. Something we developed over 30 and 35 years ago. 30 on Einstein, 35 for the patterns. So they've been tested real market, real trading for the last 35 years. I won't trade any other way. I don't use indicators The only thing you may see on my charts on stocks is this VWAP. That is a study. It's not an indicator, it's a study. And the reason I look at it is I'd like to see how the public, a lot of traders, probably one of the most popular studies is VWAP for stock traders. So I like to just see what the public is looking at. Particularly if I have a buy and it's coming up to VWAP, because a lot of people will think that that will act as resistance and or support. A lot of times I will be getting just the opposite. I'll show that it's going to blast through and take off and go to the upside and not act as resistance. So, but I like to see where you may have a rush of orders coming in, so that's why I put it up there. But I don't actually use it for my entries. All right. So here we are at the top of the hour. Once again, you can go to my website, innovatortradingstrategies.com, for more information, and or check out all the videos on my YouTube channel, innovatortradingstrategies.com. I think I have over 400 different videos out there now. And there's a lot of really good information out there. So please check those out. And that's going to be it. So AMAM is still blasting, going up in the 20s. So we've taken out, I think we've hit the second level. We've already hit our second level, 725. Now we're going on up to 734. All right, folks, y'all have a really good day, and hopefully we'll see you first thing tomorrow morning. We continue on in our live room with our subscribers. But the first hour every morning is available to everybody. You don't have to be a subscriber. The idea is just to demonstrate that the way that I trade is unique. It's probably the most powerful approach that I've seen anybody trade. And it's been time tested. So it's got a lot of history behind it to show that it works. All right, folks, that's it. And we are now, MAM is blowing and going. We're at 728. We're going to get up there. So I'm going to be watching to get out up here around 42. Oh, I'm sorry, around 32, 34, 35, somewhere in that area. All right, y'all have a good day.